So how do we be the change that we want to see? Looking at your values, looking at your very high level goals, looking at what your weaknesses are and what is stopping you. Human willpower is most powerful when it's aligned with an individual's passion and purpose. If you have a passion and purpose, and you can find a way to channel that energy into something that you believe in, there's no stopping that person. When we bark orders at people, or people do what they don't really want to do, we can only make them do so much. Right? So statistics say that the US workforce is only 33% engaged at work. So that means we're wasting 67% productivity in our people alone. Not to mention the misuse of technologies.
We talked a lot about engagement, talked about the 33% engagement. If you flip that around, what's really the focus area is the actively disengaged population. And I think just by listening and loving and showing respect and compassion and trying to build some trust and safety in your organization, you can change 10 points on your engagement survey overnight just by people saying, hey, I'm not actively disengaged anymore, but I'm not engaged either.
Someone you just met there handed you a check for $90 million. They ask you to use $3 million to serve a meaningful cause or person in great need. All that they ask is that you feel strongly about whatever purpose you decide to support. Just keep your eyes closed and think quietly about what you would choose and why.
Corporate can teach models and structure and policy, but only servant leaders can actually pull it off. And only servant leaders are actually genuine. And not everybody's a servant leader. And the first thing you have to be to servant leaders, you have to actually have to love people. And by the way, people are not easy to love sometimes.
Oh, they don't understand us. To your point, we got to understand them. And if we're not if we don't start from the same core value, the same mission statement, if you will, as what the bank exists to do, right, or your business, then you're leading your team in a different direction, right? And some of that is the engagement.
So you're going to assign a person. That person's going to have the trust of the organization, and we're going to give this a try. We're going to try it out, see if it works, show that it can be done. So we effectively formed a very small team. It was about 8 people from all these different departments. We had that small, high-performing, very fast-moving team. The key was that they were empowered. They had the trust of their leadership. They may have been 2 or 3 or even 4 layers down from the leader of that department, but they had the trust. They were the trusted entity that represented the organization.
I believe that we can have all the pain in the world, and we can have all the reflection in the world, and multiply the two together. But if we don't execute, if we don't take any action, we have zero action, and that problem goes to zero success because we're not doing anything about it. We just continue looking at the pain, feeling the pain, reflecting on the pain, but we never do anything different. So that times 0 equals 0. So I believe that this math equation is better, and you can remember it by just press through it, and that's something that we can measure ourselves on. What are we doing within ourselves to try to create the change that we want to see around us. And then the other one, of course, is CIO. Think about things holistically. What is the impact? What are we trying to do? And how can we incorporate culture, innovation, and optimization in everything that we do?